Today has been a great day. Nothing spectacular happened, but nothing terrible happened. So it was a great day. Tomorrow's gonna be even better. I was thinking about years ago when I was like plateauing in my diet and my gym results with my body. I wanted to lose more fat and gain more muscle, and I was like, I'd be working real hard out here. What am I missing? And so I started to look at other areas of my diet. So that being like, I talk about sunlight all the time. So sunlight's one of the biggest things. I was like, well, probably got to get my vitamin D levels up. And this crossed over into my sleep pattern. So, maybe focus on these two areas and see what happens. But these are also areas super important for diet. So I started focusing on my sleep. This is right around the time I was about to get my Oura ring and was, figuring out whatever. Never really figured anything out. I'm just still bopping along. But going to sleep at night, I was like, man, I really need to focus on this. I need to focus on my pillar of sleep because that's going to help with my insulin sensitivity the next day. If I want more muscle, if I want to lose weight, if I want to feel better and continue on this journey, that's going to be my key. Well, come to find out, vitamin D is super, super key again to like that building melatonin I always talk about. And so I'm always focused on the amino acids and fatty acids. And the reason being is because I came to find out what tryptophan turned into. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid primarily found in animal-based proteins. What tryptophan will break down into serotonin. I was taking a serotonin reuptake inhibitor and I was like, why do I need this? Isn't it gonna come from the food? And it's true, but we have to train it to be able to break down properly. So tryptophan breaks down to serotonin into melatonin. Melatonin is the sleep hormone, and it's this cycle, it's this daily rhythm, it's the circadian rhythm cycle. And so that's why vitamin D is so important. So I was like, man, I'd be working real hard in this gym. I am running, I am, doing the things that I need to be doing. I was trying to eat. I wasn't eating, I was trying to do my best. We're always doing our best. But I was like, there's got to be other areas where I'm severely swinging and missing. And it was those key areas. So sleep and like sunlight exposure. You could perhaps run an experiment on your own and see what this does for you. But sleep is a really challenging pillar to hit in the diet for a lot of people because it's so fun to stay up late. I get thrilled by staying up late, but when I stay up late and that next morning comes, I'm like, oh, damn, I do not feel my best. I want to feel my best. I want to wake up in the morning ready to run through some brick walls, I'm excited. I got that excitement to share and to give and to love and then I'm more energy to, I don't know, maybe there's a little grandma who can't open the door. I don't know, but I got enough energy for us both. So let me go ahead and open this door for you here. Or something happens, something happens, but you're just more mentally on it, you're ready to go. Like if a stressful thing happens during the day, I'm more calm because I have more energy to be calm and centered, not perfect. Gotta say it, not perfect. But that was perhaps even more important to focus on rather than the food. And I don't want to say it's more important to focus on one thing. I think it's important. It's like having relationships with people. It's not good to focus on one particular relationship. You want to be able to have the balance with everything. But sleep has got to be, sleep is the foundation of life. As we grow older, we start sleeping less and less and less. Our autonomic nervous system starts functioning less and less and less. And our autonomic nervous system, which is responsible, for all of our hormones, our heartbeat, our breathing rate, our posture too. Our posture goes with age. All of this goes with age. So want to maximize the sleep. And again, why it's hard too is because we have all the blue light. And we're not eating things like the amino acids. We're not moving enough. When I weight train during the day, if I were to stay up late that night, I would get sick. And I would tell this to people all the time. When people come and train with me, I'd say, when you come and train, when we are breaking down your body and exposing your immune system to the world, you got to make sure that we put some good things in and we got to maximize the recovery. So I was also thinking about yesterday a lot. I was thinking about the comparison with immune function and weight training, and also psychedelics, because psychedelics, plant medicine is becoming really, really big. If you've never looked into it, you definitely should. It's amazing. They're using it for anxiety and depression treatments. But basically what happens in a psychedelic experiment is that the ego, or they call the veil will lift up. And when this veil lifts up, whatever you are exposing yourself to, whatever is coming in, there's no veil. So it's coming in and it's getting straight into your subconscious, and you're programming yourself. And this is the same thing that happens when we weight train. When we weight train, we lift the veil of the immune system up, and we become a lot more susceptible to illness, right? When I was overtraining years ago, so I was lifting the veil of my immune system terribly much up. I wasn't getting enough sunlight. I was staying up late at times. I was addicted to Ben and Jerry's and other chemicals and stuff like that, and that's why I kept on getting sick. But in the same token, if you are struggling with autoimmune disease, weight training, if you're struggling with anything, hormone issues, anything, when you weight train, you learn how to absolutely maximize your recovery phase, because you have to. It is so degrading on the body if you do not learn how to feed with the amino acids and the fatty acids. If you don't get to rest, if you do not rest, I'm just speaking from my own experience. I kept getting upper respiratory infections, and we do know this, like, right, the veil comes up for the immune system, and you're exposed, and you don't want to be walking around and having a compromised immune system. You want to absolutely maximize the recovery, because the majority of people already have a compromised immune function. So we're already super susceptible to, our cancer risk are so high, our autoimmune rates are so high, our hormones being off is so high, cancer, everything. So we want to make sure, like, if you want to minimize your risk for cancer, we know this too. Exercise is the number one way to do that. Weight training specifically. When we're weight training, we are literally, you're going in there and like crushing, ripping apart the body. It's like the quickest, most deepest, transformative exercise. If you can get in there, focus, and really learn the art of weight training. It is an art to be able to train and to stay flexible. I called the weight training that I did intuitive weight training. It was more of a feminine style rather than a really rough masculine style, which is what we typically do when we go in the gym nowadays. So, it's good to slow down. You don't have to do whatever everybody else is doing. I have had so many people in my past, when I started training in a different way than the norm, I would have so many people, usually older men, would just come up to me and just try to tell me that what I was doing wasn't proper. I didn't have enough weight on, or whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just go in there, you focus, you do your thing, you find the things that you love, and you remind yourself, my muscle contractions are so powerful. If you are trying to work smarter, not harder, if you want your muscle to be built and your fat to be lost as fast as possible, muscle contractions. There's no better way to scoop up the sugars. All the sugars that are staying elevated in the blood. We have high rates of cortisol. Our high rates of cortisol keep that blood sugar elevated. We don't want that. We want to be calm. We want to be trained and calm and structured. And more importantly, our posture muscles. Posture muscles will put you in place like it's like passive income. It's passive breath work. Our muscles are actually, weight training is the deepest form of breath work. Our muscles are responsible for controlling our oxygen levels in our body. So there's no better way. They say, like, you can either go to work for the rest of your life, or you can practice saving your money, investing, and then hopefully at some point profit off of or receive the benefits of that passive income, that passive growth that you've been working so hard to get to. And that's what weight training is. When you put muscle in your body, you are creating battery packs of energy, and you're automating all of the autonomic nervous system, all of your hormones. We know our muscle is our endocrine system. So if you have off hormones, focus on building muscle. Even if you get on the treadmill, let's say you don't know how to weight train, okay? You get on the treadmill and you bump that baby on an incline, okay? Work the muscles, work them. That's all I got for today. It's been a lot on my mind, and trying to get this out in a coherent fashion, whew, it'd be crazy in my head. So I hope that all made sense. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to help my little YouTube channel grow. Yeah, share it with somebody you love. Share it with your grandparents. Our grandparents, our older people, they have my heart, because I love my grandparents. And as the older we get, we need to practice becoming friends with the gravity in the environment, because we lose the ability to regulate ourselves as we age. So I love you. Keep moving. As always, good luck.